What's going on, guys? You are currently watching a clip from my Bow Bass Beat Sesh podcast. The full episode will be linked in the description down below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like the video. This is to my cousin Alyssa. She was a little annoyed last time when I brought up the whole story about how I got into DJing and music and everything with Avicii, like being levels. She was the one who showed me the song and put the song into montage. And I'm actually going to bring up the whole text thing in chat and everything like that. And I'll even show you because it's just so stupid and funny. Like, yeah. It's just like, she's just sitting there like, I feel betrayed. Like, I'm like, okay, would it make you feel better if I brought up your name on the podcast? And she was like, I don't remember. She was just like, yeah. And I was like, okay, consider it done. So this is to you, Alyssa. I'm sorry I betrayed you by not mentioning your name. I also had a buddy who showed me the banana peppers on pizza. And he said to me too, he's like, you didn't even shout me out, man. And I was like, well, I was going to keep like, everyone just like on the low level. Like I wasn't going to use names on the podcast, but clearly people want me to use names, I guess. So Alyssa, thank you for showing me levels. Casey, thank you for showing me banana peppers on pizza is fucking bomb.
He's sorry to the masses.
I'm sorry to the masses and all of you guys that want your name shouted out too. Like there you go. Shout out to all you guys that are mad at me for not shouting you out and using your name on podcast. Cause like, I didn't know you wanted me to use your actual name, but, what else do we got? Oh yeah. So you DJ at the Barn Cathedral, right? Downtown and everything. Yes. I've checked it out a couple times. One time I went there before you were playing and everything. I was getting shows. I think it was to your Halloween thing.
Halloween, possibly, yeah.
I think it was. I think it was around there. And me and my roommate go and everything like that. He might have just been underage, but I was of age. And you kind of like you were like, yo, like they're only like $15 I think a ticket or $20 a ticket. And we're like, yo, sweet, like let's go. And so I was gonna drink. He was gonna drive. And when we get there and everything, I do remember being informed that we were going to be able to get in no problem. And we tried to get in and there was some issues.
19 plus event
with also extra bodyguards being assigned, and we did not get in.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, I could have got in, and I did see you when you walked out, and I was like, I wanted to say hi and be like, yo, we can't get in, but at the same time, I was like, I don't want to bother him.
Yeah.
I was like, I really don't want to just walk up and be like, yo, we can't get in.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate faction, to be honest. Like, and to me, like to all the people that do try to get underage, unfortunately, I was very lucky when I was young. Like, I was going illegally clubbing when I was like 12 and 13 years old.
Oh shit!
Like to
really?
like clubs that were like CZ, like in Toronto. I was going in at like 13, 14 years old. Which is a big no-no. I go to CZ now, which is a completely different CZ, but at the same time, which is comfort zone for those that don't know. But it's like very like techno, tech house, house music. It's very like, I guess, prestige in that sense of like the underground realm in Toronto. But like I remember like having the option of doing that. So when it comes to, I guess, trying to get in when you're underage, it sucks, especially if you get turned away. But at the same time, it's just like, hey, like if you can't get in, let's try next week.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't all bad because you know what he said to me is like, hey, like listen, you're legal, you can get in and everything like that. Why don't you go? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that to you. And I was like, so I decided like, so we just went down the street, like legit, like we didn't even walk far. We just went to one of the restaurants. I ended up downing a whole pint there. The ride home was a little, the stomach was hurting a little bit, that's for sure, after that pint and everything. But you know what? It was a good night, and like I'm sure you probably had a great night there.
That night was different. I mean, definitely fantastic. I'm pretty sure like I was reading the script before too. I know one of the questions that you have was something along the lines of like best moments DJing.
Yes, yeah. I was actually gonna like interrupt you and like ask you that.
That actually probably was one of the best nights for me when it came to DJing, because like first of all, we had like the largest crowd that we've ever had before. Obviously, my partner, he's DJ'd at Coda and stuff like that before in Toronto. He's like a handful of years older than me, and he's been in the scene a lot more. That's why I respect him, and like he's been able to show me the light in certain situations. But at the same time, it's like even like we got off stage and we went back, like people were like Like we don't see that type of music, that type of techno played in Toronto anymore. And it's like, we want to see more of it. So like, give us encouragement to want to do more shows, right? So in that sense, it's like we got back to his house and it was like, awe. Like we were there like, dude, did that really just happen? Like,
Yeah.
like we were so in awe. Like it was crazy. It was a crazy experience. But I honestly think minus that, the best experience I had DJing was probably the Illegal Beach Party that we played in Toronto over the summer.
Okay.
It's on my Instagram. There's a little clip of it, and I'll probably release like montages.
Go check out his Instagram. It's Jim Jansky. It'll be popping up on screen here and there.
At Jim Jansky on every platform. Facebook, we got Instagram, we got Sound, everything.
Everything. Go run up all of the shit.
JimJansky.com as well. Sure, I haven't updated that webpage in a while, but hey, it's still there.
Because you make like a whole variety of music. You were telling me, like you don't like to stick to just one. Like this DOJ project you were working on. You said it was more like techno and stuff.
Yeah, so DOJ is more from like, I wouldn't say underground, but it pretty much is in that sense. We still do make like tech house, and like we can make, or we will make, more mainstream-esque music, but we are focused very much on the justice side of it, because we do have two sides. There's Injustice and Justice. Those are two platforms. Injustice, tech house, more mainstream, and then we have Justice, which is like strictly techno. And so we'll be working on that in the next for the foreseeable future, I should say. But in the next few months, you will see music being released and stuff like that. So DOJ also have an Instagram account, DOJ Official. Other than that, yeah, that's what DOJ is.
That's pretty cool, actually. You know, and I know like a lot of you guys out there, like, because I know like a lot of the people back home some of them are getting into kind of more EDM, because some of them have been to festivals and everything like that and have really enjoyed it. But some others, you know, it's still like that country and like that old metal and everything like that. So, but like, you know what? Like, go check out this guy's shit, because like, you know what? I actually do genuinely enjoy it. Same as like I said to Nick, like, I don't listen to rap very often. Like, I do listen to more EDM, so your shit's a lot easier to listen to and enjoy. But like for Nick's stuff, like I was like, I actually kind of genuinely enjoy this. Like, this is actually catchy. And like, now that I'm also gonna play this before I realized we stopped the whole, like, that it was stopped the entire time. I get too involved. I get way too involved, especially after like, I don't know how many drinks in I am now, but like I'm a couple, that's for sure.
we don't count. We keep going.
You know what? Like, it's like about what? Number 3, you stop counting.
I think the rule, even with like working out, is like the Muhammad Ali line. Is like, you don't, like, you know, like you do push-ups, you do 20 push-ups. It's like, instead of counting to 20, start counting when it really fucking hurts.
You know what? Yeah, just go till you're dying. That's the same thing with drinking. Like, it's like we're not role models here, because that's the root. We're not influences. We're not role models.
I'm not your father.
I sure hope you're not. Like, how old are you? Like. Wait, is this something you're not telling me? Is something you want to bring up on the podcast here? Should I be adding another topic onto this list here?
I have some tiny baby out there somewhere I don't know about.
Oh jeez. Well, you never know in the whole DJ life.
Yeah, never know.
All the puss probably like.
Oh God,
man's got like, he's got the flowing hair, and he's got that little. He's got more of a beard than I could ever grow probably in my life.
This is still the prepubescent beard. This is all I can get at the moment. This is all I can get. So for anybody that thinks this is shape, this is just it. This is it. This is all you know get.
When you first came to the school, I remember you had like hair down like to your shoulders and that. And then when you chopped it, I didn't even recognize you for the bit you were coming to school and everything.
The crazy thing is that most people don't recognize me, but my hair grows stupid fucking fast, honestly. So I cut my hair once a year. Maybe twice max.
What?
My hair goes like past my shoulders in like 7 months, dude. It's freaking like, I cut my hair. Like, do you see how it's flowing?
Yeah.
The back. I know people on the camera can't see it, but like this was like buzz cut at the back, and I got this haircut like a handful, like maybe a couple months ago max, like maybe 2 months ago. But
yeah, I know. I definitely like my hair definitely grows in way too fast.
Like, literally just like look at my Instagram as a timeline. Like, I would say just look at like all of like my last DJing video in like December, like hair down to here, and now it was like, after that it was buzz cut the backside, short front, and
you
then
almost
now
got
it's
like
back.
a different identity going.
Dude, every time I cut my hair, I'm there like, God, who's this guy in the mirror?
I think, you know what, back to the favorite moment while DJing, because I haven't really said a lot about myself at all here today, because I know I did enough of that with Nick. You know, to you, Nick, out there, I'm sorry for talking like the entire time, but my favorite moment while DJing, you know what, like, I think, because you've probably done like house party, like a good amount of house parties and everything like that.
300 people in my house before.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? To the people back home, like you definitely remember this time we had. So I was doing house parties, right, and everything like that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some videos of the house parties. They look freaking wild, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, it was sometimes they're a little out of hand.
They can, especially if you're doing house parties in like a place that you can't fuck up too much.
Well, yeah, so when it's your place.
That's
and
what I
everything.
mean, right? You're there you're like more or less like you'll DJ, and then like the whole night you're trying to like see what the hell's going wrong. Because I've heard horror stories of house parties before, and luckily I've never had them.
Well, here's a nice horror story from the night that was probably. Well, you know what? I have two favorite moments. So the first time I ever like had a house party, I tried inviting like so many people and everything. Well, everyone said they were gonna come. And we probably had like 22 people, maybe, right?
Okay.
And it was like a good party and everything. I was DJing. I had my DJ lights going sound reactive. The fog machine was going. It was crazy in that, right? And then we had a party. This was like over the 2-week break over Christmas.
Yeah.
And I have another party the weekend after. And oh my gosh. So I didn't have a list, but this is when it just blew up. Everyone's posting. Everyone thinks like they're actually in a club. Like, where the fuck are you? Like, looks like are you even in our town? And then, like I have another party. From the 22 people, or 25 people, we go up to probably 100 plus people in this small garage.
Good Lord.
Oh my gosh. We get fucked.
I actually, thinking about it, I have seen that video because I remember seeing that garage and I was like, it looks like a warehouse, like a small warehouse rather than a garage.
Yeah, I know. It actually looks like, it legit looked like it could be a club.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how, it was crazy.
Well, it's the same thing with, Bar Cathedral. It's like, it's technically Bar Cathedral, but technically we just call it Cathedral.
Yeah.
So when it comes to it, it's like, if you see it empty, you're there, it looks like a bar. But then I showed you that video before where, for Halloween, it's like, that literally looks like a goddamn nightclub. It looks like you have a sea of people in there. It was ridiculous.
For real. And you know what? If you can send me that video, I can
I'll
actually put that right on the
100%.
screen for you guys, so you guys can see what we're talking about and everything like that. But that night was kind of fucked. When we were in my garage, because I play Turn Down for What, and I'm sitting there going it was a mashup. So I played Get Low. And so I'm sitting there I fucking high pass it, right? And I'm getting the low cut and everything. I'm like, yo, I need everyone to sit on the ground right fucking now. So I'm getting everyone down on the ground and everything as we're getting up to the drop and everything, right?
Shameless.
We just big switch up, and all of a sudden now we're playing Turn Down for What?
Oh
and
God.
And then so all of a sudden I'm like, everybody fucking jump. Everyone's jumping in unison. You felt the floor just go
yeah.
It was fucked. And because it's a second story garage, right? The bottom story is my dad's part, who has all the tools and everything. This garage you can't even walk through.
Oh God.
So if we can't, I'm sitting there thinking oh my gosh, the floor is caving in. And I'm sitting if it caves in, do you remember that one video way back when the floor caved in at that party? Yeah. And so I was literally having flashbacks to that, and I'm sitting there going oh my gosh, everyone's gonna die. Because if you go down, it's not like you're just landing on an empty space. You're landing on so many tools.
Yeah, that's brutal. Good Lord.
Yeah, so that was I also had people coming up to me Joe, your ground the floor is bending, and I'm like, I fucking know.
Oh Jesus.
It was so crazy. It's not a big garage, but it took 5 minutes to get from one side to the other. It felt like you were trying to migrate through a festival.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. It's the idea was just if you just fit enough people in a certain room, it's just same with Bar Cathedral. It's it just seems like what it is, it's not, right? It's you could literally, it could be a nightclub, it could be a festival right now. There's so many. I remember the Halloween night. It's it takes 30 seconds. I would say it takes 15 seconds to walk through that place, right? That night you're there I can't even get to the front door.
You're sitting there,
impossible.
You're on the phone with you, just yo, where are you, man?
Dude, it was one of those where I had people calling me where are you? I'm I'm at the front door, and they're well, I'm at the front door. You're not. And I'm there I'm right at the front door. What do you mean?
Get on someone's shoulders. I can't
seriously.
see you.